What's poppin', yo? You rocking with Jiggy Jones. We got Conceited in the building.
Let's go.
What's good, my guy?
Chillin'?
Everything good, man.
We're ready.
Now, listen. Word on the street is you're going to be the new host, or one of the new hosts for the reboot of MTV Raps.
Yes.
Man, talk about that. How did that come about?
The funny thing about that is I've been campaigning for the shit to come back forever. Like, ever since I got on Wildin' Out, I've been like, yo, why don't you bring back your MTV Raps, MTV Cribs, this, that, just...
Yeah, all the classics.
Yeah, right? So, as I started being, on MTV more and more, then I really was like, yo, nah, your MTV Raps gotta come back. That'll be lit. And of course, I wanted to be the host.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were kind of just like, okay, you know what I mean? We'll see. And then they did something, but it just didn't work however they wanted.
Gotcha.
And they're like, yeah, we tried it. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Yeah, I'm chilling one day. Just chilling in the crib. I get a text. Hey, Conceited. They want to bring your MTV Raps back and they want you as the host.
That's crazy.
I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
So I'm bugging out. I'm going crazy. I'm like, oh, yo, this is wild. I got to call her. Yo, what's good? And she's like, yeah, it's crazy. You know what I mean? They want to have a Zoom talk about it with you. And the process, it wasn't like no audition or nothing.
Okay.
It was just...
So you was already the guy from
they just picked... I had a Zoom with them for them to just, like, yo, we want you to do it. Right. And then I was like, but you're going to have a co-host. So I was like, okay, cool.
How did you feel about that? Like, just having
it was fine. I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
And then they were like, so we're going to do a chem test, basically like a chemistry test. Yeah. We're going to have a couple of DJs that we get on a Zoom call with. Get on the call.
But how do you do a chemistry test between like personalities on Zoom though?
I guess they know what they know what they're looking for because they gave me a whole like bullet points to ask.
Gotcha,
and I guess they wanted to see how she would respond and like how we would mesh. So we did that with a couple people, but then when we saw Diamond Kuts, shout out to Diamond Kuts, it was perfect. They didn't even want to see nobody else at that. They saw like two before. They saw her. They said, "Yo, we don't care. This is her."
She locked it in.
Yeah, you're like, "Yo, we're gonna do one more just to see," and she bodied the second one even more. And they were like, "Yo, we're not doing nothing else. This is it."
Exactly. So, now, how did you feel? Now they had their opinion of Diamond Kuts when she came in. But what do you feel like stood out that made her that perfect co-host?
Well, she comes from radio.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing because if there was for any reason I fuck up in the interview or whatever, she knows how to come in and just so once I heard like her resume, she does all these DJs that do it with Obama and the Phillies and the Philly Eagles and then they were like, yo, she does the radio show. I said, this is perfect. Because anything that if I miss up or something, she'll be able to just step right in and she knows how to carry it. So, and it's a female, so it's nice to have a female opinion.
Exactly.
That was it.
No, definitely. Now, I know MTV Raps was known for the hosts. Of course, Fat Five Freddy, Ad Lover. Have you spoken to any one of them in order to either get some history behind it or? I haven't, but I do want to. And I understand it's sacred ground, so I don't even know how they feel about it yet.
Gotcha. But I can understand even if they are like a little like I don't want. I get it. I get it. But until you talk to niggas, they might be like, okay, yo, I fucked with something. So yeah, cool. So I would definitely love to talk to talk to them to get some pointers and just and just being a fan of them. I would just love to chop it up, and then hopefully we could do a whole episode with Fab Five, Drake, Ed, me, Kuts, and we just rock out. And then we just get even like the artists. Matter of fact, fuck episode, a whole season like that. We do a whole season. Bridging the gap. We call it whatever, old meets new, whatever. And then we have an old artist and a new artist.
Look at you pitching.
See that?
And
MTV, if we do that, I'm gonna need some writing credit, some extra money or something.
Listen, that's EP, that's a director, that you pitching the entire idea. That's an IP right there. Within what they already have now. Ad Lover was known for doing this dance on your MTV Raps.
Right.
So are we gonna see Conceited kind of bring that back in the reboot?
I can't really dance. So what I'm gonna do is my whole point is when I brought up Ed, I actually want him to come through on the show and teach everybody how to do it. And when he does that, you're gonna see me try to. Know what I mean, we gonna see.
All right, say less. No, it's good there. It's good there. Now, why do you think at this moment in time, in 2022, why do you think it's just important to bring MTV Raps back, a classic show, at this point in time?
I mean, it's to bring the traditional vibe of, I mean, people going home, catching videos, new videos, ciphers, rap, hip hop, I mean, and the good thing is you ain't gotta do no research. We do all the homework for you. We bring you the illest, latest and greatest, the up and comers, whatever popping artist got something dropping. And now hip hop is obviously way
dominant
bigger.
genre.
You know what I mean? And it's not just about music, but you have the art side with the collectibles that Kuts can tell you all about fashion, jewelry, lifestyle. I mean, so we're bringing all of that into one melting pot, but still keeping the music the focal point. So I think that's something that we definitely need it right now.
That's a fact. And speaking of melting pots, we in New York City. You have roots here in New York City. What borough, by the way?
Brooklyn.
Okay, you got roots in Brooklyn, and you spent some time in Florida as well.
Yes.
So just talk about you growing up and spending your time between both states, different culture. That's the South down there in Florida, then up here in New York, crazy melting pot. So talk about just the difference.
Well, the crazy part is so when I went down there to Florida, it was already a lot of people from New York and the North migrating down there. Okay. So I mean, the area that I was in, it was a lot of people from New York and Jersey. So I mean, I might say it was similar, but it was some people that was actually one of my mates I went to school with. Actually, me and him ended up going to the same school. Great. Down there. But if I actually pick the parts that are different, it's completely different. Here in New York, it's way faster. And it's you have an attitude of a New Yorker, you rep your borough, you rep all that, and it's just different. Everything it's like a fashion show, too. So it's just different. So you go somewhere, you automatically already have that. That extra confidence boost and all that. So
Now speaking of fashion, that perfectly segues to my next question. For the 5 boroughs, who's the flyest? Who's the flyest out of all the boroughs?
Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn. Okay. Now look, I already know the Harlem niggas gonna get mad.
That's what I'm saying.
We all know that. Exactly. We all know that. But back in the day, it probably was Harlem. Brooklyn had a different rep. Brooklyn keep on taking it. It was a little different back then. But now, we gotta give it to the Cape, man.
Definitely. Okay.
Where you from?
I'm from Jersey. I'm from North.
Oh, you from Jersey?
Yeah, North. So if you ask me that question, I'm saying Jersey. North niggas, we the flags. Ain't nobody touching us.
Nigga, you the only nigga in Jersey that doesn't have dreads.
There's a lot of dreads in there. Listen, I keep it wavy. Now, I definitely gotta give you your flowers for just transitioning. Like we talked offline earlier, just you were in the battle rap space, heavy, doing your thing. Did you feel like you reached the pinnacle in that space to where you either needed to transition or you felt like, all right, I did what I did and then now I could do something else?
Well, definitely both. So I never wanted to be like a rapper, like an industry rapper. Okay. I just love battle rap because I was nice or the nicest, whatever. But I also did at one point when I first started, I was just like, yo, battle rap, that's all I care about, boom. Yeah. Because at that point it wasn't for bread. Yeah. It was just, yo, it's lit, I love doing it.
So what age did you actually know that you was nice and that you could, take this somewhere?
When I really, really knew, and I was like, all right, because I was watching all the Smack DVDs and all, I would say 19. 19, that's when I was like, yo, I want to do this, and I can get crazy with it. But in battle rap, so after a while, like I said, it wasn't for bread at first. So I was doing it for like the little hood fame and just let niggas know, yo, I'm the nicest, right? After a while, I'm like, damn, you know what? I need to try to use this as a stepping stone. Because as the notoriety from it started growing, it was like fast. Like my first joint that got online, niggas didn't dream of having 100,000 views. Niggas, talking about that was when somebody had 20,000, niggas was going crazy. Bro, I got 20,000 views on my battle. When I shit hit a buck, I'm like, oh, nah, hold on. I gotta try to use this for something else. I gotta try to use this as a stepping stone.
Yeah. And that's like the start of like viral moments, World Star.
Right, exactly. So, matter of fact, to even talk about that. So, still at the time I was like, yo, I want to try to use that stepping stone, but I had no plan or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, me and my man, he came up with a joint called The Jungle in LA. I was flying to LA, not LA, Stockton, California to do it. Cause I was like, all right, boom, I already know the East Coast is gonna receive me well. Boom, we got that. I mean, I get these West Coast fans. I'm good. So I flew out there, did it. We did it with our own footage. We sent it to World Star. World Star hit back like, yo, we're not taking no jungle battles, just grind time battles. Unless a jungle battle's ill, then we'll do it. Yeah. 2 days later, I wake up, my phone blown up. Yo, they took one battle and it was yours. I'm like, oh, lit. So, but then to answer your original question, I definitely, like I said, I did it. I did the battle rap. It's not, I can't get bigger from it. Gotcha. Yes, I can get some good money from it now, which is cool, but I don't want to base it on just bread because that's when, the passion's going to leave and I'll go out there and get smoked if I just care about the check. Gotcha. But I do also think I've reached the pinnacle. Okay. Like, I mean, I was the number one viewed at the time before I left. I mean, I changed the way niggas started rapping, doing with the punchlines and all that. I did to slow it down. I just dissed it. Everybody did it, and then they would try to put their own name on it and all that. So I was like, it's cool. And dudes elevated now. So shout out to Battle. I still love they still the best rappers in the game. To all the battle rappers out there. And now Drake is sponsoring like.
Caffeine.
Yeah, I mean, crazy. 1-2 events a year. Andy's part of the Caffeine deal. So I mean, you got the biggest rapper involved in it. So, I mean, that's basically it. But I definitely felt like, I definitely need to do something else. Yeah. That's not mean that I could be like, all right, let me keep on going higher and higher.
Facts. No, that makes sense. Now, I don't know if you know this. You probably do. Mm-hmm. You got one of the most used and funniest memes and gifs, like in meme culture, GIF history. Like, so I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course.
So, what was that? Where did that come from? What happened to like go into that reaction? And now, did you even expect it to even go anywhere?
No, first of all, I didn't expect it to even be captured. Yeah. But even when I saw the battle and I saw it captured, I didn't think of nothing. I didn't laugh. I didn't look. I was just like, all right. So what happened was, it was a battle in St. Louis. It was a smack card, URL card. We go out there. There was 2 dudes out there. Verb, shout out to Verb, because Verb's the one who set up the battle. Verb is always trying to help dudes out, but like, hey yo, I'm trying to get you a bag out here, boom. So he was like, yo, there's 2 dudes. There's a dude named Uzi Boo and a dude named Jesse James. Uzi Boo wanted to battle Hollow, because at the time, like me and Hollow was probably like some of the biggest out here. He wanted to battle Hollow and Jesse James wanted to battle you. I was like, all right, cool. So just tell him to give me this much bread. And my plane ticket, and we do it. Now, in hindsight, it wasn't a smart move for him. Yeah. But I mean, I get it. He's like, all right, I think I'm nice enough. I'll pay out of my own pocket to pay to see to do this, because if I do good, I'm lit. Yeah.
Wait, does that usually happen? Like that's how the transaction, like the challenger is the one that puts up the
I mean, no, those are rare cases. Okay, that's like if somebody like with a really no name wants to battle somebody like me or Hitman Holler, and they just come out of nowhere. Yeah. Then it's like, yo, you gotta pick. So do that. He goes. Now here's how the face happened. He's rapping and he stumbled. So when he stumbled, I'm like, oh, all right. And then he got it back. So that's why I was like, all right. And
took off from there.
Just years later, and it wasn't instant. It was years. It was years later. Somebody just started doing it, and that was it.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's just everywhere now. ESPN posts that all the time.
That's a fact now.
I wish I get paid for my meme being posted.
Now, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy, so crazy, especially with like internet coaching and stuff like that. Like you don't even know that's going viral. Like you said, well, that was probably a couple years. It probably blew up like 2-3 years after the battle. You had no idea. You just being yourself in the moment, and that was literally like. I wonder if you got IP memes or copyright memes. I don't know.
No, I can't try, bro. I mean, I made money off it because I made merch. They put me in board games and Walmart cards, so I made decent bread. But I mean, it's not like if this shit I was getting paid every time it was used.
Yeah, well, that's a different type of check right there. Now, speaking of more moves, you crazy active out here, wilding out. You've definitely been in one of the most consistent cast members and most viewed cast members on the show. Now, talk about just your transition from battle rap. Nick Cannon seeing you do your thing in battle rap and then kind of bring you on wilding out.
So, shout out to Nick because he's a big battle rap fan, like humongous battle rap fan, which bugged me out. My first time meeting him, I mean, I'm thinking, it's Nick Cannon, Nickelodeon, and whatever. I mean, so I hop in the room. Well, let me tell you. So he hit me on Twitter. It was like, yo, I'm bringing Wildin' Out back. I want to be part of it. I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. And I've always wanted to be on Wildin' Out younger. You know what I mean? Just like, yo, if I was to ever be whatever, I would love to be on this show. So then I'm like, damn. So I just came from Battle and Surf. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Surf.
And I hop in the audition room. Niggas like, oh shit, what up, nigga? What up, nigga? You talk like that, nigga? I'm like, oh. Right. Yeah, I'm like, oh, Nick, oh shit, what up? Because like I said, I just know the TV nigga, the clean cut of the American boy that America's sweetheart. Mm-hmm. So then he's like, yeah, yo, I heard you had the battle here. Then it got moved down to this spot. You went crazy. I'm like, oh, nah. He's outside. Yeah. Like, he's outside. And then, so when I got there, I mean, I started, I got comfortable quick when it came to the battle rap part. Not really the jokes part. I wasn't as good as a comedian. Yeah. I get to the second audition. Horrible. The worst thing ever.
Really?
Ever. It was like a simulation of the show. But every time I went up and did some whack shit, the only person, everybody's quiet like, but Nick is
gassy.
So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta be good at this nigga just going crazy. And I know it's bad. Yeah. But I'm like, he's laughing at everything. So when the shit was over, I'm like, yo, good looks, thank you for the opportunity. He's all like, yo, you killed that shit. And I'm like, didn't give me this Hollywood talk. Whatever.
Just trying to encourage you.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm thinking, I'm like, this shit's a dub. And before I can step out that door, I call Smack. Smack, who you got for me? What's up? Fuck all that.
Yeah,
who's next?
exactly. What's up? Back.
Yeah. So I'm chilling. 2 weeks later, I'm sleeping. I wake up. I see a missed call from Hollywood, California. They leave a voicemail. Hey, Conceited, congratulations. You made it to Wildin' Out. Oh, I called them back. Yo, what's up? They're like, yeah, this and that. We're going to send you the contract and do this. I'm like, lit. So it's been there ever since. And the transition was, it was, the first season, it was kind of easy. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just stayed away from all the other games and really just focused on the wild style. Yeah. But what happened is the second season, the second season.
You got more comfortable?
No, it was worse. I fell back because I was like, all right, now since they love me, they know I cut the beat, boom, boom, they're just going to go crazy over anything I say. What I felt. I'm so much of a favorite now. So I let me bring my bars in because with Wildin' Out, you can't bring the same bars that you bring on the stage. Yeah. Right? They're not there to think, they're there to laugh. Yeah, exactly. I mean, so came, said like 2 crazy bars. Crowd was like, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, now I can't do this. So I went back to add me after this. I told Nick, Nick came in like, yo, those bars were crazy. He said, fire. He said, not here. They're here to laugh, not think. Dumb it down, make them laugh, and you good. He said, just do what you did the first season. Then I went back and then that was it. It was just history.
Gotcha. Man. Now Wildin' Out definitely known for his games. Now, which do you feel like you flourished the most at, or that you
Wild Style?
Oh yeah, no. Aside from we know you got the bars for Wild Style, but like there was family reunion in the classroom. I mean, it's so many games in the classroom. That's rapping too. I'm trying like outside your lane. So
damn, I was just picking the killer next.
Damn, what's
So I would say it's really all the
everything is wordplay.
Yeah, all the rapping and it's because it's really a lot of rapping. I didn't realize it was that.
When you got to do Here Who Lies, like Here Lies the person. Yeah.
Okay, so stuff like that. Yeah. So Here Who Lies, I would say either that one or the voicemail, which is kind of similar. Yeah. I mean, where you just leave a voicemail acting like somebody. I would say something like that.
You feel like your impressions kind of grew up. People like you got more comedic chops from being on that show.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, did you? did you foresee yourself while all this is happening? Obviously, you added hosting to your bag, then had battle rap, then had bars, stage presence, all these different intangibles and titles to your bag. Did you foresee this when you first started your journey at like 19 battle rap?
Nah. And I didn't start battle rap at 19. That's when I realized I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, but no, I didn't really see it at all. Like even when I hit the internet and went like viral or just got mad views quick, I didn't really think it was gonna happen that fast.
Yeah.
Like my second battle was against like the world rap champion when Grind Time was popping. A dude named Ilmac. He was like a 2-time world rap champion, and went straight to him. When at this point, mad fans didn't know who I was. Yeah. All I had was the jungle shit that me and my man created.
Yeah, exactly.
But I did so ill, and it blew up so fast that Ilmac was like, you know what? I'll battle him. All right, I'll do it. And
up ever since.
Yeah, that was it.
Now, Kenneth Martin.
Yeah, my man Ken.
Now, talk about just his importance to you, your career, your partnership, y'all doing your thing. Mm-hmm. When did that relationship start?
I knew Kenny since he was probably like 16, 17. Like, me and him used to work at Red Lobster together.
Man, that's crazy. In New York?
No, when I got transferred to Florida.
Okay.
So, shout out to Red Lobster. Shout out to Nikki also. She was at the Valley Show. But, he was a host at one point, and I was a server. I mean, and it was just, little young kid, cool. I mean, so that was funny. So, he used to hang out with us and all the fellas and shit. And just one day he just started like, he was always making beats. Yeah. But then one day he made himself my man. You're like, yo, I got you this. I'm like, all right. Yeah, I'm thinking he's just like, yeah. So, and then when he just started saying like stuff like, yeah, I'm his manager. At first I'm looking like, what are you talking about?
I ain't getting that.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? But then I saw when he was just getting everything done.
He was getting it done. Yeah.
Getting it done. I'm like, oh yeah. Just handle all that. There's times where I would have took whatever, like not whatever, but I'm saying a price for a booking that I'm like, all right, I'll tell him take this. I'll just tell him I want this much. He's like, nah. I'm like, nah, come on, don't fuck it up. He's like, all right, dubbed everything I was talking about, went and got the fucking duffel. And I'm like, them niggas said yes to that? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, what you doing?
That's a plus when you got somebody by your side that understand your value, understand your price. Yeah. And they could go in there and vouch for you. And they got no problem vouching for you.
Yeah.
So you not knowing that one of the homies is gonna be your manager, did you ever think about like any type of management before him? Or that's kind of
I didn't. I didn't. I mean, that's why I'm actually glad he pulled up because I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't have had him because I obviously would have needed one at some point. But I'm glad that earlier that he just stepped in and just took that role. You know what I mean? So because it definitely helped. It definitely helped. There was a lot of deals that I got with him, a lot of sponsorships. So
definitely,
I'm glad that.
Definitely. Now you got the Wild 'N Out tour coming up. You're not new to this. You're true to this. So what you expect from this next tour?
I mean, we be hitting a couple of new markets. So I mean, I just want to really, really see how the fans come out and react, especially for like their first time seeing us live. I mean, there are some cities that we all spinning the block on, but new ones. I just really want to see that and see how that like energy is gonna reciprocate. You know what I mean, especially from us to them.
Facts. And with your MTV Raps, obviously, got some freestyles going on to close out the show. Are you stepping in the booth, stepping into the freestyle lane? Will we get any type of bars other than you just hosting? Because we got it. It won't feel right from a consumer.
I have to. It's your MTV Raps. I gotta put some. So there's definitely some bars for me on there.
Okay. Definitely. Now, are you gonna do that? Wow, any of the artists are freestyle on some like.
Well, see, so originally I was gonna hop in the Cypher on one of them.
Okay.
But I'm like, damn. I mean, I really don't want to be the nigga that look like. I mean, nigga just trying to hog all the shine. Like, damn, nigga, you hosted. Damn, nigga, we came to rap. Like, damn, you ain't gotta. So I was just chilling. So I mean, but I definitely dropped some bars. I mean, directed towards. I mean, one of the guests also before the show. So it's gonna be fire.
Okay. You might as well just see what that guest is real quick.
I can't say it. Y'all gotta watch it. May 24th, man. And I believe it's gonna be it might be the premiere. It might be the premiere. Cause I know we're trying to go with Freddie Gibbs, so that might be it. Mm-hmm. But if not, you guys are gonna see the bars, man. So make sure you tune in May 24th, Paramount Plus. If you don't got it, get it.
Let's get it. It's Conceited. Hey, before we get up out of here, Conceited, tell the people where to follow you, where they can get anything that you got going on, or either merch, keep up with your socials, anything you got going on. Tell the people where to follow you.
Yo, everybody can follow me. It's Conceited NYC everywhere. That's Twitter, that's Facebook, that's YouTube, that's Instagram, whatever. That's my PlayStation name. If you want to get Washington 2K, whatever it is. That is it. Conceited NYC. That is me.
Say less. I'm gonna hold you to that 2K. By the way,
you ain't. There's nothing.
All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Are you rocking with Jiggy Jones? Conceited.
Conceited. Peace.